Hey everyone, it's Nicole, and today I'm here to talk about my favorite tropes in fiction. Some of it is going to be regarding only movies or TV shows or only books or only characters or only certain genres. It's going to be a mix of things. I did a similar video about the worst tropes that I hate the most, something like that, and I'm going to link it here if you didn't see it. But today we're spreading the love, we're talking about things that I enjoy, and it's going to be a long list. The first thing that I even hesitate to call a trope, because it's a minor detail but I really enjoy it when I see it. I usually encounter it in fantasy fiction and fantasy movies and TV shows, some action-y type things, and even in comics. And it's when a character gives their weapon a significant name. I think my love for this trope comes from my love of Disney movies. All the Disney princesses, if you remember, have sidekicks, and the sidekicks are usually animals. In real life, we don't have sidekick animals, although I will argue that my cat is my sidekick. But I guess it's nice to have someone on your side, even if you're fighting alone. So the weapon is sort of a sidekick. It even has a name. I think I recently saw it in Six of Crows in Nash. The character in this series have knives and they're all named after saints. The other trope that also somehow has to do with Six of Crows, I just really love these books, is when anti-heroes are forced to save the world. Although they're selfish and they use their power and their means for themselves only, for some reason they have to save the world, because if they won't save the world, they're going to die with this world. It is present in Six of Crows, surprisingly. It also worked very well in Misfits, the UK TV series, and Deadpool, the movie.
We're gonna form a super duper fucking group.
It's time to get back on LinkedIn.
I think in general it makes the plot more entertaining because everyone is tired of sugary sweet protagonists. There's nothing wrong with kindness and there's nothing wrong with being good. It's just we've seen it a lot, and I think people are more willing to love a character that is flawed because we are all flawed and there's no perfection. The next trope I love literally in every media that I ever watched. It's the body swapping. I just love it. A lot of TV series have an episode where the characters swap bodies, and I'm talking about fantasy TV series, of course. The episode on Lost Girl when they swapped bodies, amazing, beautiful. Love this episode so much.
Where am I? Who am I? Why are my pants so tight?
What the hell's on my face?
Oh dear. Have we all switched bodies?
It is an opportunity for actors to show how well they act also. It worked in Harry Potter when they drugged the Polyjuice. It worked in Orphan Black even though they didn't literally swap their bodies. But they all had to play each other at certain points.
Hello, Donnie. Hello, Donnie. Donnie?
It also means that Tatiana Maslany had to play a character that is playing another character. And that is mind-boggling, and also why Tatiana Maslany doesn't have all the Emmys. She deserves them all, literally all of them. It also worked in The Circle, which is a trilogy about witches. There is a scene where they swap bodies for a certain thing. I'm not going to spoil you. I did a review on the series. I talk about it a lot because it's amazing and no one literally read it. And surprisingly, body swapping happens a lot in comedies slash romantic comedies. For example, in the Freaky Friday, which is a classic. There's also this comedy about a girl and a boy who were neighbors for a long time and even friends, I think, and they changed bodies and fell in love with each other, something like that. I don't remember the title, but I'll find the poster. I just think that it's one of the best tropes out there, and I think that it has to be popular again because I want to see these movies, I really enjoy them. The next thing is magical competitions. I love them. It's such a buzzword for me in fiction, in movies, in TV series. I just love them so much. I love them since Harry Potter. The Three-Withered tournament was amazing. It was very engrossing. I just love competitions. I'm a very competitive person, but when it's a magical competition, it's just on another level. The Night Circus sort of has it, but it didn't have enough for me to like it, so I didn't really like the book in general because of it. There's a lot of young adult fantasy books I feel that have this trope. I even included one in my book because I love this trope so much. I think it's so freaking fun. I think it's just a great opportunity to show all the possible magical talents that characters have, and I'm always interested in that. The next one is more of a personality trait. I just love when a character is badass and tough, but they have a sweeter side. For example, they love puppies or ice cream or something that you don't expect. For example, Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine that showed a few weaknesses over the years of the show running. Terry, who's basically this muscle dude, but who loves yogurt and who loves his wives and 2 daughters, and who's an extremely sweet dude.
He is so strong, but so gentle. He's like an enormous, muscular Ellen DeGeneres.
You know, I just want to let you guys know that I love you girls so much. Okay, so sleep tight. You know, Daddy will never leave you, right, girls?
On the other spectrum of this is also a type of character that I really love, when the character is tiny and looks sweet, but they're actually a ball of fury that everyone is afraid of. It's present in the All for the Game series. Andrew, who is a really short guy, is the one they are afraid of the most. For some reason it's appealing for me. Like, I feel that it's on my brand. And growing out of it, I also have a love for 2 characters that are reluctantly into each other. I love it when the characters don't want to admit that they like each other for different reasons. I'm super into that. I think it's also because I love hate to love in general, and I cannot stand friends to lovers because it's not how I feel attraction. They are my friends because I'm not attracted to them. So hate to love is a big buzzword on my list. That's all the tropes that I can remember from the top of my head. I can make more of these videos if I remember something that I also love and I didn't mention. But in the comments down below, I want you to mention all the tropes that you like. Maybe even recommendations of shows, movies, and books that you've encountered my tropes in, or your tropes, or maybe we share some, who knows. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you soon in my next one. Bye!